St George's Day. And you should have a blessed day. Everyone else as well, have a blessed day. St George's Day today. It's probably the day for your children. Um, it is 23rd of April 2020. I think last Friday's now, the 30th. Yes, absolutely. It's the second last Friday of the month, and it's St George's Day. So happy St George's Day. I just want to thank everyone for coming through. Also, ladies and gents, 3 weeks' time. One day under 3 weeks' time. So it'll be a Thursday. It's going to be a Thursday. We've got May the 6th elections. May the 6th elections. It's important to neoliberalism government at the moment, a conservative. What does conservative stand for? Exactly what I said, neoliberalism. Fair. Look at how much the infrastructure had an impact since conservative government have taken over. We're going far back as William Gladstone. Gladstone. 1892 to 1894, Prime Minister of United Kingdom. You know, they've been triumphant for years and decades upon decades, Conservative government. Theresa May, Boris Johnson. We've had David Cameron, John Major, Maurice Macmillan. We've had untold of Conservative Prime Ministers. What do you get when you vote for Conservative? It's not all about voting. It's not all about campaigning for Conservative today. So everyone, whatever side of the party you are, SNP, Labour, you're all welcome through. I appreciate you all coming through. Give me the time, you know, your presence, your observance, staying interactive to get through. A lot of segments to get through today, so I make sure you stay tuned. We're trying to make the democracy. So it's important. We've got knife crime, and we're going to talk about how we're going to tackle it between us, aristocracy, social elite group at Proclamation News and Gatherings. I've also built my own website, ladies and gents. I'm an artist. I'm an influential artist. I'm an ex-professional boxer. I'm very etiquette with style. I'm pragmatic with. I speak off the cuff majority of the time when I'm live. So please appreciate the first 5-10 minutes is all my own words coming off my exfoliation of my expression of my voice and mind. I volunteer to do this. I'm not paid to do this. I volunteer. I'm a philanthropist. Sajid Javid, the exchequer of Parliament, should be giving me a massive wage because I am phenomenal. I'm like an evangelist for a Conservative government. If I had a such thing called evangelist, I would be an evangelist for the Conservative. Anyway, we're going to have a look at you guys. If you wanted to sign up, I could persuade you perhaps. I'm not going to make you, but if I can persuade you. Vendivie.com/join. How much it is, it's well worth getting better education, better infrastructure, roads, NHS, police force. Under 26, if you sign for the year, it's £5 a year. Under 26. So if you're a student under 26, only £5 a year. The standard membership is £25 per year. Members playing can attend our annual conference and receive voting rights in party elections after 3 months of membership, all from £25 a month or £2.09 a month. £2.09 a month coming out of your, if you're on universal credit, you haven't actually found £1.09 a month to sign up for the Conservative government. Armed Forces is £15 a year. If you're an armed forces or ex-armed forces, £15 a month. What does your membership get you? Does it get you fish and chips at the local election? Take part in their camps, like the Conservative Women's Organisation or the Young Conservatives. Meet like-minded people and make a difference to our country. Come to the conference. Join our MPs, councillors, and activists in the biggest event of the Conservatives' calendar. Get the latest from inside the party with regular member updates and exclusive members' invites. Influence party policy by giving feedback on policy briefs. Connect with local Conservatives. As a member, you become part of your local association, support local campaigns, and attend social events with members just like you. Stand for election. You want to become elected through the Conservative government. Members have the opportunity to stand for election as Conservatives. So if you decide that you want to take part in our democracy, you can. You want to shape up your constituency. Say you go to the park with your children and there's wild dogs, people letting their dogs off lead, and you've got children in the park. What's to say that dog is not going to bite your child? But then you want to make a complaint. Who are you going to complain to? You want to speak to your local constituent MP saying, let's please put rules and boundaries on the park, or people walking their dog in the park on the lead, or make them get a fine. You need to speak to your local MP. You need to get your voice and your opinion heard, otherwise you're not going to make safety for your family, which is paramount, isn't it? The safety for your family is paramount, absolutely. I mean, my dad went to. I'm going to give you a statement what happened in my life. My dad went to the local tip, got a heart failure. He had 3 big bags. The guy at the tip wouldn't help my dad get the bags into the tip. So I messaged Mr. Watling from Clacton-on-Sea MP for Conservative. I said to Mr. Watling, can you write a complaint to the local tip to help people with heart condition or anything, any kind of disability? If you've got a bad shoulder, you're on a sick note, then people in the tip should help you unload your vehicle. Should help you unload your vehicle, because I know you know what they think. The people in the tip, how did he get them bags into his car? It doesn't matter how you got the bags into the car. You're there to do your job, so do your job. You're paid to do your job, so just do your job. It's like going into McDonald's, isn't it? Imagine going into McDonald's, have a £quarter, please. Yeah, if you make it yourself. Go and make it yourself, mate. Make it yourself. Well, I just paid £3.50 for that. I'm paying your wages. How about you do it yourself? We pay council tax. That's their job, paid for. We're paying their job. So do your job, mate, please. Look after the vulnerable. Absolutely. That's what they should be doing. You know, there's many things that rattle my cage. I was speaking to my friend, he's here now, actually. We're going to have a short conversation in a little while. I was speaking to my mate earlier. I was on a Headingham bus. You got a driver on a Headingham bus, X76, going to Colchester to Clacton. I was going over to see my mum. 10 o'clock in the morning. I get on the bus, go to the to the top floor, the first floor. Driver pulls off. I fall over, smack my nose on the top of the step, and bend my bad fingers back. I got secondary Raynaud's disease. My fingers could have snapped off. My fingers are weak as fiberglass. Literally weak. Well, fiberglass is quite tough actually. You try and break fiberglass with a hammer, it's almost impossible. But yeah, my fingers are very weak, fragile. I'll write a complaint. I rang Headingham. Just told them my nose is bleeding. I've had a brain injury when my nose went into my brain and pierced my skin in my brain. Do I get any money back? No, but I'll tell you what, Lidl and Aldi Lidl and Marks and Spencer's, Marks and Spencer's taken Lidl to court over a ridiculous. There's 200,000 A-class paedophiles, murderers. So many people that are causing, a worse crime that you see, a business crime over copyright. It's ridiculous, over a cake. Lidl are now selling their cake for charity so they don't get done. It's ridiculous. The cake, it's got different, the cake looks the same, named different, and it's got different colour buttons on it. So theoretically, the cake's not quite the same. It's probably not made of the same ingredients as well. Who knows? I know, absolutely. We scream equality but don't practice it. We definitely don't practice equality as we know. Look at the alienated fathers in this world. Look at the suicide in men in this world. Look at the support the mothers carry on getting that the fathers don't get. I've sit here day in, day out, providing sometimes quite prodigious, phenomenal news. I don't get supported off the government. Actually, this boy needs a a kickstart. Let's get him monetization on YouTube. Let's get him a million followers, get a million subscribers. I'm doing a good thing, not just for myself. I'm not doing this for my own benefit. I'm doing this for the benefit of others. Because the more I speak, and the more people want to listen, problem shared is a problem halved. So if there's a provocation going on in Essex, or there's a provocation going on Hertfordshire, a provocation going on London, you're getting the news through proclamation news and gatherings. Because not every news presenter or radio presenter will give you every single detail of what's in the tabloids. And not only that, I emphasise the different habilitations. I've been doing media studies since 1995, 96. Not like I was born to. It's not like I was born to do it, or it's not like I just come back to Earth, landed back on Earth last week and started doing it. I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, thank you, Aid. Love you, brother. My mate Aid as well. He's got so much wisdom and pragmatic intelligence. It's phenomenal to have him on the show. You know, I was with him in Hertfordshire, and we're going to have a little conversation. I'm just going to go for a couple of segments. I'm going to get him straight on the call, and you can see the wisdom of the man himself. It's not an easy, you know, he's done the manual work, same as me. Done manual work. We broke our back doing manual work. He's a bit more mature than me. He's probably been through a lot more. Probably led a bit more legacy than me in many ways of intelligence. He lives in Hatfield. There's a lot of history there. Although I'm in culture, the oldest recorded town in Essex, Hatfield is a place to be where Queen Elizabeth I, the monarch of England, was monarch. And not many people know that. I only know that because I study arts and humanities. It come up in one of the subjects. But Aiden knows that because he's been in Hatfield pretty much all his life. That's why he's got a lot to bring to the table of success. Proclamation News Gatherings is proudly sponsored by PSS Alarms. Very etiquette and pragmatic works carried out. All areas are covered, including central station monitoring provided. All work done according to insurance requirements. This is a friend of mine's company. He's carried out works in Harry Kane's stepmother's house in Hertfordshire, Potter's Bar. He carries out etiquette works in Essex, such as the Casbah restaurant and many more big businesses. Please call Tariq Khan. His contact details are 07908 216 142, 07908 216 142, 07908 216 142. If you do want to get this number again, please record from rewind on the beginning on the YouTube channel. I've got over about 300 listeners at the moment on my live TV and my YouTube, so I'm getting the name out there. So make sure you tune into my YouTube, Proclamation News and Gatherings. Installation and maintenance of intruder alarms, fire alarms, CCTV, all work guaranteed and certified to SSAIB standard 24-hour call-out service. Can provide for CCTV for pubs, clubs, restaurants, or new business to secure your business. Mention Professor Johnson for extra discount. Secure your home, secure your business. Your safety and priorities within your business are paramount. So think safety, think first. Secure your equity. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if I can get a sponsor of £30 a month, I can polarize my phenomenal speech all over the media. Every single segment of the media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and how many people will that generate, and you can all come and live and comment, and it'll be in one place. If you comment, if you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Twitter, it'll come to my YouTube content page to absolute millions of people. So if you want your business monetization, just let me know. It's £30 a month each business, and I'll start doing that as a business. I'll do that as a bit. I'm a business. This is just a matter of time that people listen on board, take in what I'm saying. It is absolutely true. I've got an application now because I've done it for some time. It's £30 a month. A small donation to polarise your business. If you're a professional boxer, you want to get your name out there. If you're a professional football team starting up, you want to get your name out there. I am a phenomenal speaker, and I've got some great people calling in, like Aid Chapman. He's going to be one of my main guys, hopefully. And the more we can get this up and running, the better, bigger the business will be. The more we can have me on the talking and Aid Chapman every day. The more we can support one another, we can support you. That's exactly what we want to do. This is, we like talking, we like exfoliating our expression of what's going on in the media. Proclamation, news, and gatherings is going to be the word. It's a word out there now because I polarise this in front of 1,000 people a day. It's going to get bigger and better if we get small sponsors on board. What's £30 a month to your business to make your business absolute? Well, I say it will be worldwide, but I'm aiming at UK support. But we do talk about US, we do talk about China, we do talk about globalisation in different countries as well. So always welcome and more terrain territory as well. Anyway, there's a murder, 2019. A guy has just been done for a murder trial in Westcliff. Proclamation for business. Westcliff, Tintern Avenue murder. Pair guilty after a man broke into the house to steal cannabis, property to steal drugs being grown there. Wesley Hendrickson, 32, from Enfield, and Neil Wright, 32, from London, have been found guilty of the murder of a 25-year-old Asperi Sapporo in 2019. The pair broke into a property on Tintern Avenue, Westcliff, on December the 12th, 2019, to steal cannabis, which was being grown inside. They were joined by 4 others: Scott Heaney, 23, from London, Brian Kinlock, 32, from London, Gerald Sokeli, 28, from Enfield, and Mitchell Harris, who all made the trip down to North London to Southend-on-Sea, Essex. They have all also been convicted of aggravated burglary for a trial at Basildon Crown Court. Absolutely monstrosity of a group of people. All misplaced on earth. What an absolute shame. Just put up with. They've put these absolute inhumane reptiles inside a judiciary with high class workers as legislators. They should be stuck on a pig's farm and fed to the pigs, shouldn't they? The group armed themselves and broke in a bathroom window at the back of the property. 2 people inside the property were stabbed, and one of them, 25-year-old Askeri Spahu, sadly died as a result. The group then made off from the scene, discarding weapons, gloves, and a balaclava before getting back into a vehicle and heading back to London. The disturbance at the address and found Asperi was pronounced dead at the scene. The other man was taken to hospital for treatment for a stomach injury. Officers also found cannabis being grown in 2 rooms and the loft. After investigation involving CCTV footage, ANPR camera data, and DNA analysis, detectives were able to identify the 6 men who were arrested and later charged with murder. I'm not going to read on, but I always say try and educate your kids to stay away from narcotics. We all grow up. We've all probably had a bit of a silly spell in our younger years, based around with drugs. You're messing around with mugs. That's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, his life to be taken. No one deserves their life to be taken over cannabis, but we act foolish sometimes, and you can live your life on the edge, and that is exactly what has unfortunately happened there. Trying to educate us to stay away from drugs. Drugs are for mugs. We all knew it. We all probably been through it. All done some silly things because they're not always the procurement to your life. They help you, for a short spell, but a long one. Essex weather forecast. New weather maps show subtropical front set to Essex. So about everyone else in all over the UK, I'm giving the weather forecast here for Essex. It's just coming up. New weather maps to ease on May 17th. It could be the new news we are all after. Weather experts have predicted temperatures are due to rise the week of May 17th, with temperatures expected to reach cultures a similar sort of area. No surroundings of sea breeze. No, and I think there's a few other seaside resorts nearby. But we don't really. It's pretty warm now. Q weather is showing the temperatures are not likely to drop below highs of 19 Celsius for a whole week in Chelmsford from May 18th until June the 2nd. All temperatures will be warm across the entire county too, as warm as the subtropical air is set to sweep across Essex. The BBC also points out the subtropical air that can be spotted on maps, leaving them with reasonable confidence that May should start out largely dry and settled. Accused weather, long-range weather forecast. Last but least, I'm going to get my friend Aid on the phone. I'm going to skip a few segments. You know, a nice little chat with my friend Aid. Keep you guys occupied. I hope you can hear him. And you guys on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate you coming through. Today was mainly about campaigning for, as I'm a Conservative member, is tradition through Sean Fletcher, Adil Ray, and Alex Beresford have all stepped into host alongside Kate Galloway, Susanna Reid, and Charlotte Hawkins. Ben Shepherd has also presented more episodes alongside Susanna in the place of Pierce. However, it seems Susanna could soon have a co-host in the form of Richard, who claimed he would be bonkers to turn down the offer. Just one more segment. I just want to go to the races thing, give us some, a few segments we can come back and talk about. So we've got provocation in Essex, and we've got online racism in sport coming up. Online racist abuse of footballers have hit crisis point, says sports ministers. Racist abuse of footballers online has reached a crisis point, says sports minister Nigel Huddleston. A number of players have been targeted in recent months, including Tottenham's Westmisnter, many social media companies to discuss the problem. Racism plaguing players on social media has reached a crisis point. Huddleston wrote on Twitter after the meeting, adding that he had urged technology platforms and football authorities to join forces to create real change. Government, this year we are introducing new laws to tackle abuse, but there's no reason why there shouldn't be immediate action for the tech firms before that to bring about a quicker solution to this aberrant behaviour. You think by now you got there be cyber bully police on social media to, take these. These buzzwords should come straight up. As soon as you write a racist comment, it should automatically, it should freeze on Facebook. Their account should be frozen, banned off Facebook or whatever social media on. They should have these buzzwords, xenophobia, kind of racist remarks going towards anyone, not just professionality, just towards anyone. It should be completely banned off Facebook. I got banned for a month off Facebook for someone spammed my YouTube page. I called them I'll see you next week. And I've done that and I got banned. So these people making racial comments should get worse. Taken straight off Facebook. Government is playing its part. This year we are introducing new laws to tackle abuse. There is no reason there shouldn't be any immediate action from tech firms to do that, bring quicker solution to this aberrant behaviour. Last month, Arsenal and France striker Thierry Henry deleted social media accounts to protest against platforms for not taking action against anonymous account holders who are guilty of racism and bullying online. Scottish champion Rangers and English Championship side Swansea City this month were among the teams to announce a week-long boycott of social media in a stand against online abuse. Instagram in February said it remained committed in the fight against racism and announced a series of measures, while Twitter vowed to continue its efforts after taking action on more than 700 cases of abuse related to soccer in Britain 2019. Hey, you called in now, buddy, if you're free. If you are free to call in about these. There's a few more things, but we won't go into. We've got fire, but we won't get into that shortly. If you want to call in, mate, I'd really appreciate it. We've got Aid from Hertfordshire calling in. You available, Aid, or you... There we go. Mr. Chapman's calling, guys. Give him. How you doing, Aid? Yeah, loud and clear, mate. How's things? Yes. Yeah, very well, mate. Yeah, very good. Yeah, nice to have you on. I spoke to you yesterday and shortly this morning, but nice to have you on calling in, buddy. It's always nice to have you. mate? Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, did you hear about that thing I was talking about? If I could get £30 a month off a business, not only can I obviously get every single social media, I could have two-way conversation on the screen as well. So like when you call in, we could be like looking at each other on the screen, talking to each other. We're not looking at each other. Yeah, not looking at each other like we're talking to the audience, like we're looking at the audience together. Yeah, so I don't know if you know anyone. The thing's called Be Live. The strategy I'm going to use, and it's very good for yeah multimedia basically. Getting it in. I'm just trying to get my earpiece in so I can keep it out in on loudspeaker. But every time I put the line in, it seems to cut off there. So let me try it one more time. Hello, buddy. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get that going, wouldn't it? You can come, do a couple of days a week, 3 days a week or something. Get something up and going. We can talk about, because you're an artist, one of my favourite homes, and I'm backing this for my family, my brother and sister and mum, isn't I? So it'd be nice to keep our constituencies going together, wouldn't it? We can have the proclamation as we go, have you on 3 times a week. Anything to promote business, anything to promote the safety of the community, because at the moment, I mean, some of the stories I'm hearing, yeah. I think I was born in the 60s, or up in the 60s, or up in the 70s, and back then you could literally get the door open, mums could let the kids out down the street. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, there was a few dodgy people around. Yeah. A couple of like transvestite. I mean, I've nothing wrong with transvestism, but if they want to do that, that's up to them. But then they started encroaching on the young girls, like my sisters and stuff, and started exposing themselves. So back then, I wasn't old enough. I wasn't old enough to sort of tell them what to do. I was old enough to sort of like scare them off. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could do what you want in life, but as long as you don't encroach on others. Yeah, yeah. So I got to a point where I had to take action to scare these people that were exposing themselves. But that was about the only danger around. There was no knife crime. There was no. Yeah. I mean, guns were around back then, but they weren't sort of being passed around sort of undercover. But now, I mean, the other day here we had a gang turn up. Looking for someone who'd obviously scored drugs, and then what he'd done, he ripped them off, and then they came here when there's all the danger with guns. Yeah, I heard of that, what's his name from the show, that Dan, was it? He got himself a bit of bother, bless him. Well, he's not down here with the road, but unfortunately, got himself a bit of bother, and he got a gang number and all. Was that Dan? Yeah, no, Dan, was Dan, wasn't it? Yeah, the military guy. No, the other one, his mate, I can't remember what his name was. It's probably Ben, was it? Yeah, that's it, yeah, Ben. I mean, he's in prison now, serving up drugs in the authority. Oh, fine. So he's now, but like you say, drugs is for mugs. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, people want to take drugs, take drugs. Drugs is okay if you use them for a certain thing. Yeah, when you start taking drugs, later on in life, you start to get osteoporosis, you get arthritis. And, when you're young, you think nothing of it. Yeah, yeah. What can I do as a person? I can only say to these people, look at the state of me. I've used drugs, but I use them for a reason. Nothing wrong. It's just something you do in life. It's something a learning curve. If you can put that on to other people, eventually drugs will end up hurting you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it does. We've all had a lifestyle for now. Worked with 10, 15, might have been before, worked with all 10, 15 and done silly things. And, yeah, like you say, it is, when you go down that road, you end up in the pub. If you go down the pub, you're at risk anyway, you're at risk of being around loads of people. You think I could make it when I was 18. I didn't take drugs on. I was just had an odd drink here and there. I've got been kicked in by 15 minutes.
We have a lot in common there, brother. I mean, I was in a club, came out of a club, my friend was with us, and he, you know, I didn't know what he did, but he called one of the taxi drivers the P word, the AKI word.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't use that language, that's racist,
Yeah.
but the thing is, because this guy that called it out, he was a half Jamaican, half Indian guy, and then like we in the club coming out, he called this, but further down the line, I wanted to get myself a kebab, up at this shop in Luton, and then my car was parked. The car pulled in front of me, a car pulled from the right, and a car pulled from the back. Then all of a sudden, sort of 12 guys got out, and then more and more kept coming. And then who are they going to pick on? They're not going to pick on the guy that called it out because he's sort of Jamaican Indian. He looks like he's fixing next to me. This white guy. They pick on me. I'm only going to get a kebab. My face ended up like a football, like beyond recognition. I was the victim there, but I played no part in it. So this is what I'm saying. The madness of these communities in the 80s, 90s, and to the present. You know, this is crime that needs to be done. It's just madness. So my brother, what topics are we on today?
Yeah, but these are sort of topics around like I mean, ex-phobia. I mean, we talk with school. I mean, schools should, you know, they teach it. Then they got RE stuff, you got religious studies, you got, you know, you got all these education things at school where they teach you about ex-phobia, about being fascist, being racist. It should be biologically stuck inbred into the kids from an early age. Isn't it? Why they go and carry on to come out of school into sport and stuff.
Exactly. I mean, again, we scream equality, we scream, you know, don't do this racist stuff.
Yeah.
Whether the kids take it on board, but obviously in that case for me, they didn't. But you know, it's me getting out. I'm a 6'4" guy. They're obviously looking at us a big white dude getting out. Let's get him. The taxi driver probably said there's these two guys shouting racism. Yet, where in fact, if you could rewind, it was this half West Indian, half Indian guy that shouted it out. So we have a lot in common, whereas as you've been sorted out by, but me and you, when you're one-to-one on these guys, they wouldn't stand half a chance. They would probably cower away.
Yeah, absolutely right, mate. To be honest, mate, I didn't really drink then. I think I'd probably one too many. One of my friends was dancing with someone's girlfriend, I believe. You know, when boys at the age of 18, you go and dance with a girl and realise it's someone's girlfriend, and it in the night. And sort of things happen when you're younger now, I suppose.
There's no such thing as
shame, though, 'cause I've always been a shy.
It's only a learning. We only learn, don't we, from what's behind us.
I've always been a shy. I mean, you know, as big as I am and things I've done, I'm very shy when it comes to ladies, to females, you know. So I'd never like that in a club. I wouldn't go and chat with them enough or nothing like that or pass them. My mates did. My mates that did it, he's a shy person actually. I was at least expecting him to be the one that done it, but you know, it was what it was, and come off worse, unfortunately.
Well, that's these things. The thing is, another thing is, a lot of it is fueled by alcohol as well. You take the alcohol out, they wouldn't even have 10% of the anger in them.
No. They probably wouldn't have the audacity to go and beat someone up for the sake of some dance with a girlfriend that they surely not. I mean,
It's the worst drug in the world, my brother, alcohol, without doubt.
Yeah, if someone danced with my girlfriend, I'd laugh at them. You know, well done, mate. She danced with me, she likes you. I'd walk out the door. See you later.
It was obviously, he didn't have much self-esteem. He didn't have no trust in his girlfriend.
No.
And when you go to a party, that's what parties are about, isn't it? Clubs, it's like dates, you know, you're all having a nice time.
Yeah.
But as long as he's not putting no hands on that woman, that's fine. Dancing is dancing. It's like, for some men, they get insecurity, Professor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel insecure about, you know, they don't trust themselves, let alone the woman that they're with.
The masculinity comes out, and then the big bear comes out, and that's what they've got.
100%.
They feel like they've got protected, although they're having a good time doing what they're doing. They feel like they've got protect their play, as they say.
Absolutely. Did you say we're going to touch on knife crime and stuff like that?
Yeah, we touched on knife. Obviously, when I was in Hatfield, we had that murder, didn't we? Westmisnter.
Yes, I remember.
Like we said before, we should put a license on knives. So only butchers and chefs should be allowed to get knives in the shop. That's what taking now. Hats off.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're caught with a knife, it's like a 5-year or 4-year sentence, and if you get caught with a gun, it's an automatic 5-year sentence. So I don't see why they don't regulate that sort of industry, because, you know, knives are dangerous. I mean, when you carry a knife, you're risking everything. Prison, being a victim of crime, and even ending up in hospital.
Yeah.
All risks, real risks.
Carrying a knife is no different from carrying a gun. You're going to intend to use it, and you can easily take someone's life, can't you?
It's so easy. I mean, if you imagine you're filled with alcohol, like the situation that you was in, imagine they had knives, would they put them in you?
Yeah, exactly. I got a bottle smashed in my mouth. I was kicking the head, hit with a bat man head. No, they weren't playing games.
Exactly, my brother. You see, beyond that, it's like knife crime. It's devastating personal effects on you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just by them beating you, it's like you look back, you think, could they have had them knives?
They take my life, didn't they? They took my boxing career before I even started. You know, I could have been world champion without all that stuff happening, the trauma and the injuries, head injury before I got in the ring. I had that in the back of my mind every time I got in the boxing ring,
Exactly. I mean, it had to put you short. All I can say is we're just glad you're here, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, well, I'm going to admit, I know I've been devastated. I've lived and learned another day, and I learned a lot more since I met you. So it's been great, you know.
Thank you, my brother's mate.
That journey ran out to that we went on, that journey, ran their bunkers and all that, was amazing. Opened my eyes, you know.
Good stuff down there.
My granddad might have been in their bunkers. One of the
It's possible. I mean, that was an overshot of the Luftwaffe, but a lot of people don't realise. They see a few hills and stuff. Yeah, I know it's protected land there, but there should be some sort of commemoration there that missed factories, those bombs from there. But it just seems we seem to forget a lot about what happened in World War II.
You don't realise how rude it is. I mean, I met the old boy Brian, remember him? Sitting down at the chip shop. He's in the army, isn't he? He's in the army, boy. I think I was in there, he's 85, 86, 86 next month.
So he would have been just on the cusp of not being in World War II.
Just coming in right at the end of it. Right here. He's 80.
I salute anybody who want to be in the army, but I do believe the world on the whole would be a safer place without the military industrial complex. We could have units of men that get together and do stuff that the army do without having to have, it's all down to politics and who runs. If leaders got together when we had the chance.
Yeah.
But now we're close. I know we're going off the knife crime topic, but now we are close to regional war in Russia and possibly a nuclear war. So we are now, since Biden's come in, we are now ever closer to nuclear war.
Yeah.
I warned the world about those Democrats coming in that this would happen.
Yeah. Well, that's why we've got service in at the moment, isn't it? Why Biden's there? Because if it's Labour and them, it could be exactly what you're saying. You know? I think we might try and balance it out with Boris and Cohen, basically.
You're right. You hit a good point. It is a balance. It's the same having Conservatives on one side and then the Democrats on the other side of the pond.
So when Boris retire, might be then Labour might have, Sir Keir Starmer might have a chance, and then it might go back to something like Trump or someone close to it. No, I don't know.
What people don't realise, Professor, is that Boris Johnson was one of the instigators of the Iraq war. He voted for it, and so did Biden. So we've now still got warmongers in power.
Yeah.
But going back to the knife crime, I'm a firm believer. So while some young people pick up a knife and feel safer, they don't realise that carrying a
be my artwork, mate. So I want something to be accountable in the place of what's happened. You know, if I get my life, I'll get a life. I'm having a life, mate. You know, even when I was doing boxing, I was trying to. In a way, I was ending my life when I was boxing with a head injury. I carried on. I'm ending my life. I need something now to have me actually give this man a life. You know, he's done it so hard in boxing, and he's good eyes. He had art in him all along. To support him. And this supports radio channel. That's what I appreciate because I believe I can help others. Everyone has a life of purpose, you know. But I believe I can give others a bit of inspiration as well, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what
yeah, you're doing good stuff. Just glad you're around, brother. You're a good fella.
It's not. I'm like you know, I'm been married. I'm a separated partner, and I've been there, been through the mill, and there's other fathers like us, and alienated fathers struggling. They can't. They're causing suicide. A lot of men nowadays. You know, support alienated fathers or alienated mothers even do a good thing.
Well, I would recommend to any young men that are thinking of having children that have a prenuptial agreement before you get married and have children. But if you do break up, then there is contact. You know, obviously if things are safe, the man is stable, then in that prenuptial, he's allowed to see the kids once a week or something like that, a weekend or every other weekend.
Yeah. In fact, I'm still positive. I'll come back here every day as a philanthropist. I mean, most people I'm going away though talking. I'm not getting paid. So I'm not getting anywhere with it. But at least what we're dictating across is probably someone else is probably in the same situation, thinking actually that they can do it and still be positive. So can we, you know.
It's a trouble is men, I'm a victim as well. I was quick to sort of get involved with the woman, and obviously she became pregnant, but she was going through a lot of divorce. Her firm was making her sell the property, and then obviously she sold up, she moved into mine, but when the court case come along, I stopped seeing my boy, and then she tried to claim that the money came from her house. I found this little document that said on the land registry that the money came, the 14k from my property. Yet she told nine counts of lies. So you imagine that, going to court, telling 9 counts of lies. During the nuptials up to the trial, she was lying all the way through. At the trial, she never turned up because she realised she told too many lies.
Yeah.
So the young men out there, if you're thinking of mortgaging, getting women pregnant or marrying, have your prenuptial agreements.
Yeah. Written as well, written and signed.
Absolutely. That's the sort of stuff you can sort of reach out to people and let them know that, instead of jumping in at the deep end, you're insured and covered type of thing.
Because getting a relationship, that doesn't matter how spiritually gifted she is, guided by Christianity or whatever religion you are, it doesn't necessarily mean they are perfection. It doesn't necessarily mean they're perfection. There might be a Theo Phyllis thick and thin, but behind glass houses, mate, they change, they do change. They change their emotions.
Exactly. I mean, the judge said to me, he said if you was married, it would have made things a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I wasn't married.
As you get older, more people seem to jump to life chances, don't they? Opportunities. There's opportunities to change better elsewhere. They'll go. You see it happen with some world class boxers, so many A-class celebrities, like absolute millions. Look at Kim Kardashian and what's his name? Is she with Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian's with the big rapper.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. But he's like the 6th most richest man in the world, and they split up. She's left him. She's got a multi-million-pound business, and so has he, and they split up.
I think it's because he was involved in politics, and I think it was more sort of concerned with running. President than looking after her.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it was getting a bit too. But then again, I think any relationship depends on a mutual respect for one another, and like I say, the old generation stay together. The generation below me all split up. Yet my parents stayed together all their life.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with politics, like me, you doing this now, you're an agony aunt for other people, and you've been through life problems, you've got a lot of life skills that can help other people better themselves. I think you need to be.
100%. That's what I said to Shaps. I said to Grant Shaps, I said, look, if I can help others have not these same mistakes,
Yeah.
You can make laws and regulations that help others,
Yeah.
but they never feed back. So when you write to your MP and you see a problem that you're going through,
Yeah.
you never see any proof of it that they're helping others, so it could all happen again to the same situation.
Well,
It really is a poor situation we've got going on in Westminster. Westminster.
I think the more we air on big places like this, and hopefully I'll get it. Once I get it, if I get that £30 a month sponsor, a couple of business, maybe worth speaking to a couple your way as well. We can get away with social media conversations like you can get on 2 or 3 times a week. We can be well known. Aid, I'll call this, proclamation as a gathering of aid and whatever you want to call it. I'll put Professor Johnson in it or Professor Chapman. We can get this aired, mate. Some millions to hear us daily.
We can help others, others in the future and now, and I do feel that there's a lot of people say, that there's no such thing as being a victim. Well, we are a victim of circumstances. Like, they say, well, you only blame yourself and others. Well, you don't just blame yourself because others do take a part. And again, look at them lies that my ex told in court.
Yeah.
It's blatantly, there was like, honestly, it wasn't about 9 lies she told. And it was, and it really messed my son's head up. And now it's, and he ended up turning to crime. Yeah, if that could have been in the bud, whole communities are being really different. Like the governments are doing stuff that's not just what it seems. I mean, when people say they don't agree with what the government's doing, or they knock at the government, it's kind of fascism if you think that the government's not working. No, that's not fascism. That is protecting the communities. Making sure that the communities, the young men and women growing up, are learning the difference between right and wrong.
I'll get this. I will somehow get this funding, mate, so we can be aired out across, across the UK and across the globe as well. Before you help out other people that can understand English in other countries as well.
Absolutely, and have a playback so people can listen to it and listen and learn and say, well, before I get married, I'm going to give myself a prenuptial. Or so I can see my children and they're not taken away, because it is difficult for men. Women, I would say this, 1 in 10 women let the father see their kids. They're very rare species.
It does happen. It does happen more so than often. It does happen quite a lot. It does happen. I know a few people, but then I know a lot of people. That do let their father see the children.
100%, and they are such gifted. It's almost like they know that if they deny their son to see their father, their son is going to get ended up messed up. Like my boy. I love him to be, but unfortunately I don't see him anymore. But he is asking to see me, so I've got to get together. He's just lived a lot of hurt under the bridge, but I still love him. I would never ever turn him away if he was in trouble. If I saw, say, 10 guys jumping him, I would go schizo. I would go all guns to protect him. But he shouldn't have got that far. That's what I'm saying. Regulations now. We have to, every person that has a relationship has to have a prenuptial, so they're protected.
They've got to crack down on the family law, mate. The CS 100, the Cats have got to strengthen up. They've got to say they've got to put it into the mother. If you don't turn up at court, we're going to if we mean you miss court appearance for ABH, we're going to be sentenced to prison for breaching the court. So let's do that with women. So not turn up.
I mean, that's quite harsh politics, but it would work. It would make them, grow up and let that child see his father.
You get married on traditional values. If you have a kid with, if you have a kid not under marriage, it's in a Muslim law that's very, very bad. So why it should be kind of bad in English law as well, not to the extent when they get stoned to death, they used to, but they should make it bad where they should make a law that you're stupid enough to have a kid with the man, so you've got to be stupid enough to take the kid to the man to let him see the son or the daughter.
Responsibility, 100%. And the men there really do
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Then they've got to come down hard on these sort of laws. I mean, the legislators, the judges in the family law, they just play their dumb. They just play their dumb. Oh, he's got mental health problems, or they make up some sob story, some absolute old cobblers. You'd be sitting there more intelligent than the legislator and the judiciary itself, And they just come out of some old cobblers. Oh, you had a breakdown in 2005, or you fell over and hit your head when you're two. Might be some damage to your kid. I was a good father the whole time I was there, though. But it's just mad. The things they come up with before, it's ridiculous. That's good shit.
Yeah, I can tell, but you're a man of reason.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get Mexican stakeholders when we're in court. The judge does not like a man with a strong opinion.
No, they don't. They start saying vindictive words towards you to rattle your cage, so you bark, and then yeah, he's been. What he's shouting at me? Well, I'm not being funny, mate.
And that's why I call it a kangaroo system.
Yeah.
The kangaroo court system, because they don't want to argue. But they say we go to court to argue, but when you start arguing with them, they get the hump like spoiled children.
Yeah, well, exactly. We've all got psychological powers. I know he knows when he's pissing me off, and I know when I'm pissing him off, and that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. They say things. Oh, what can I do to make him sound a bit mental? I tell you what, I'll say that his first point of contact is writing my kids a letter. After 3 years not seeing my kids, I'm gonna have to write my kids a letter. Are you sure, mate? I've been a father for the old 15 years. My oldest boy's been old. He's like, oh, now I can write my letter.
Yeah. That's good. But no, it's how it should be. I mean, these judges need to man up. They need to. It's almost like they've been protected by this crown system where, none of them have worked in a factory like this. None of them have got on their hands and knees and made things, or whatever, the Cold War. It's like they are. It's just like they haven't grown up from being a boy.
I know. They've had their dad pay their way in through university. And, you know what? I said to Dad, who are you going home tonight to cook your dinner? I said, because I cook my own and I buy my own clothes. And I'll tell you what, I probably know more about family law than you do, sir. And you didn't like it. I said, I've read that family law book about 4 times. I said, it's not even really in my interest. I just want to see the kids, really. But I've read it, so I'm more advanced than you idiots,
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you one thing here, though, Jason. When I went to the High Court, the High Court, the QC, and he was bowing down at their barrister and just totally ignoring me. And I felt like screaming to him, why don't you bow down for me for the fucking power I gave you in these courts? My French, I shouldn't really swear on here, but...
Do you know what the courts are supposed to do? I'm the customer in court, theoretically, because I took her to court. So whatever I say, the court are supposed to try and pursue with children. I said I want Section 7. On Section 7, I want a PSO order put in place. Section 7 is child protection. Section 7 is contact order. Section 8 is a child protection plan. And Section 7 is... No. Section 37 is a... child protection plan, I think, and a PSO is putative step order, so she can't take them out of the country. And all he said is Section 7. All he said I can have is Section 7, not a contact order. And that is right through writing down. So you've totally ignored what I've asked for. But I'm the customer, so I'm in my right to say everything I want to say to the court, and they're supposed to abide by it.
Well, I mean, it gave you something, so you're allowed to write to them now, aren't you, your children?
Yeah, I've written to them, but what's to say the letter got there, but what's to say that letter's not been ripped up?
Well, that's what I'm saying. There should have been a rule made where those have got to write back, so his mum's got to grow up, get his son to write back to you. But it seems there's no bollocks, I should say that. There's no power there. It's almost like because you're not on the roll of honour, the roll of honour is, the role that solicitors and barristers are on. And because you're not on there, they just don't push it forward where the mother has to write back to you and help the children write back. Even if she has to write the letter and the boy signs it,
I'm not giving. I haven't put my address. I don't put my address on the letter. I don't want to have my address for safety reasons anyway. I like to go to sleep at night. You know, I close my eyes and go to sleep. I'm thinking I might get petrol bomb to the door. So that's the sort.
Could we get a PO box? Could you sort of PO box like a group PO box? I think they're quite cheap.
Yeah, I should see if I can get something delivered to like I don't know, maybe job centre or something. I need something that where I can get my letters from them delivered to. And I can
the family, like you say, you're stressing about the family calls and all that, and the family, not the probation, the mediators. Well, they should have a place where the letters go there. So the letters go there, you go there and pick the letters up, and then you can recontact your children.
Yeah, I know.
It's a tragedy, isn't it, really, what's going on?
It's
not improving at all, is it?
No, let's try and air a story out so we can try and support others, taking the legal steps. Not a lot of people. It took me ages to get this legal route, the ball rolling to start off with. I mean, I'm calm off that up and wait. Take 5 years, and I'm 5 years old. I'll wait. I'm not weak enough to take my life. I don't think. I felt like it at times. Christmas is my worst time. I don't know about you and I got kids there. But yeah, if anyone.
With love and strength, like you got good friends around you. You ever need to chat, just call me up. I know sometimes I can't answer the phone for what stuff going on, but I will message you back. But yeah, I'll try and I have the line open a bit more. Christmas is a difficult time. I think Christmas as well. There's a lot of other guys and girls that think Christmas because it's not just us that have lost the contact. There are women out there that have not got the contact.
I'm going to give you any listeners. If you're listening, I've got some phone numbers, right? If you feel suicidal, you've got some numbers, right? NHS 999 emergency call 111. Essex County Council, we've got 1.5 to wherever you are. There's a number 0345 743 0430. That's for my council, but you find your council. Call the Samaritans, ask for 116 123. National Domestic Abuse Helpline 0808 2000 247. National Citizen Advice Helpline 0800 144 8848. So let me tell you one thing about these numbers. Don't call them. If you're going to feel suicidal, you're not going to think about if you're going to kill yourself. You're not going to go, hang on a minute, I'm going to call a Samaritan, I feel like killing myself. You're going to kill yourself, isn't it? So I've got to give you these numbers. I think what an absolute shambolic way to support someone that's in need of jeopardy. You want to point in the right direction to get your children better, and they give you these stupid numbers. If you feel suicidal, Mr. Johnson, you've got Essex County Council, call the Samaritans, help the domestic abuse helpline. But yeah, if anyone is suffering domestic abuse, man or woman, especially man, no disrespect to women, not a lot of men open up about domestic abuse by a woman. Because a woman can press the buttons of a man almost to the point where he wants to commit domestic violence. Not that he has, but to the point where he's hit up that much that woman's pushing every single button she can. I don't disrespect the women again, but some do it. And the man will F and blind and throw dummy out his pram, and then he's in the limelight. So make sure he calls domestic abuse before it's too late, you know what I'm saying? So you don't get in that situation. Citizen advice is exactly what it says on the tin. If you've got any provocation like trading standards or second hand goods, don't go to citizen advice, be down and tell you what I just told you. Or they give you a food voucher for something you don't even want. Yeah, if you want mediation, for children, just call mediation, your local mediation in your area. You go to citizen advice and sit there in the queue for about 2 hours, you know.
Well, I mean, it's pretty tragic state of affairs. We've got, we scream equality, but don't practice it again. It's almost like I spent almost a year at a citizen's advice, and he just dropped me out right at the end. It's almost like he was leading me up to somewhere. What they're doing, they're leading people up the garden path and getting you nowhere. It's a quango. The citizen's advice is a quango, and they just signed something with the government and they disclose everything with them. Yeah. So it's not a confidential thing anymore. The government and these bootlickers get hold of this information. If you're doing anything, like
they won't physically get.
You'll get dumped in.
You're standing queue for 2 hours and they won't physically get your help right there and then. they give you a list of numbers and you've got to do it yourself basically.
Exactly, and that's not what people that are suffering with all sorts of illnesses need. They can't like literally get on that first step and do that writing or the calling, the talking. It's difficult. But it's not their fault. It's the regulators that are letting it happen.
Yeah.
It should be far off. Every assignment should be signed off, closed and finished, not send you are you happy with our surveys? Are you happy with our service survey? That makes sense. That's what they send you, and it's like, well, hold on, you haven't even sorted my case out. You just sent me a survey to see if I'm happy with the service.
Yeah, I know. It's a shock. You know, you think once upon a time I lived it, I was almost in the same situation you got yourself into, unfortunately. But I was almost, I was married, I had my own house, I had about 5 cars. I've lost it all. I can catch a bus now. She's still going on 3 holidays, driving a brand new car. I've worked my socks out ever since I was 15. Broke every single bone in my body. Support my family. I was away nothing. And I'm getting a bus everywhere now, smashing my face and stuff on the top step of the place.
Well, brother, I didn't know that. I knew, we've known each other a couple of years, but I didn't know you'd gone through the mill.
Yeah, I can show you a picture of my car. I've had an MLK, SLK, I've had an Audi A3, I've had it always. Yeah, we had our own house together. I'm friend of hers. She's got her own new place now. She's getting 3 holidays off and coming. I'm stuck in here going on holiday in Isle of Wight where it's freezing cold. But I'm going to see my family, so I'm happy with that. But,
I was going to say, getting nowhere, but you've got things going now.
Yeah.
You didn't have like this time 2 years ago, but you're doing amazing. You're doing it helps. I mean, if anyone's tuning in and with problems, it does help just be by listening.
Yeah. I mean, it's therapeutic doing artwork. That if you get to substantial, I think I'm a substantial, artist. I've got to a certain degree where I think I'm good enough to get an art auction now. Hoping, sooner or later, some of the art auctions go and pick up the phone. Mr. Johnson, bring your work in. I think you're going to make a few quid. That'll be one of my lines of work, along with this radio, trying to reach out to the audience, saying complications that we have in our everyday life. We have debt problems, we have money worries, we have girlfriend relationship worries. I don't really anymore. I'm not really bothered if we're getting a relationship or not. But some people do. They're lonely. They want to talk to someone. We're here. That's what we want to do. We want to build back better. Exactly what they're saying on tin at the moment. That's what we know.
Absolutely. I mean, to anyone out there that hasn't met the professor, it's like just check his artwork out. It really is something else. I mean, I used to. I'm at an art at school. I've done all painting, so I did a lot back then. But check his artwork out. It really is amazing. These paintings are incredible.
Some art, I will say this on there. I'm not ashamed to admit it. A little bit of a fetish. I'm doing my artwork. I've got some artwork on OnlyFans now. Professor Johnson on OnlyFans. There's nothing nudity, but it's a little tiny bit of exposure. Nothing dramatic, but I'm trying to take my art to a new level and get the support I need, and hopefully you guys can support me on my journey.
Well done.
It's nothing. OTT as you see, like a lot of pornographic, nothing like that. I'm thinking expert in style and pragmatic research. I don't want to go.
That known as profanity.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I know Hancock used to do a little bit of that. I'm not sure. I think he did.
Yeah, I think I might have done it. It is like it's a bit of a sexuality, isn't it? Art really, it's a different side to human. It's a nice side of humanity, I believe. Artwork, creative.
Used to be a lot of people that are artists. Artists used to get a friend, a female friend,
Yeah.
Get her to for hours and hours on end to completely start naked and get the wonderful picture going. That's what you call a real female friend, isn't it? When she can strip naked and then you can paint her on a canvas, not on her.
You try to get me some modelings in here, right?
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that
think I might get. I don't think I'll get much done. I might get a bit nervous.
I hope your audience are finding this funny.
I get a bit nervous, a bit twitchy in the old eye.
Oh dear. Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah, I'm down 5.
I'm starting to sweat profusely.
I know. I took that toilet around it.
Oh dear. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, these people, there's plenty more to touch on, and you know, I don't know if we want to jump back into what we were talking about, but going back to sort of how society is breaking down at the moment. Society, without doubt, is breaking down.
Yeah.
There is kind of crime going on. You know, people into bad, these wannabe gangsters riding around everywhere. I mean, you know, guys that I know were just club members. They were club members, and they're still here today from 60, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And these wannabe gangsters, where are they going to be in 10, 5 years?
Yeah.
They're going to be in the lonely, you know, oh, you've been part of this and part of that. Some of my friends, the motorcyclist friends, have been in these clubs for 50 years, and they've still got a brotherhood going.
Yeah.
Yet these lads that are trying to get, you know, a gang, you know, what's up G, what's up B, and all this is like, it's fake, man, it's so fake, it's unbelievable.
You got anything you can do in life, though, isn't it? It's like anything you do in life.
The legal consequences of living that lifestyle, carrying a knife, what did it mean? 4 years in prison. I can't stipulate. Just by carrying a knife.
Yeah.
4 years in prison. If you get carrying a knife, there's no ifs and buts. They take you to the magistrate and bang, you're 4 years off.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a lot of things. I mean, when you're a gang member, you're feared. So you know, at the time, everyone's nice to your face. But I'll be on your back and think, well, WNKER. But it's like.
You look at Peter Fury, like just selling a bit of weed, 15 years, selling a bit of smoking money.
You see him the same as athleticism, isn't it? You know, you think you'd be the world champion 1 minute, next minute, you know, you've retired and you've got no friend around you. At the time, you had the whole world cheering your name on. Once you retire, that's it. Just not your vlogs. It's like anything. But I mean, being a gangster is you know, taking people's lives and even giving narcotics out to young minors. It's ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous.
But then again, Peter Fury, best part, I love him to bits. I mean, when he was released, he put all his energy into boxing and he's based an amazing champion. So that doesn't happen to everyone.
No.
A lot of these wannabe gangsters want to get into boxing, and they ain't got the tools. It's like, you've got the tools, like you've got the tools to train up champions. Like whenever these people that go to the gym, they can't get anywhere in their boxing, their life falls apart. What do they do when they get angry? They pick a knife up. Instead of picking a knife up, go back to the gym. The gyms are shut at the moment. So that's why all the knife crime's happening at the moment, because the government shouldn't really be shutting the gyms, really.
Hi there, Fatima. How you doing, mate? It's just me and Ada having a little talk show. Be welcome to listen to people say, observe, and give us your feedback. You know, implement anything you'd like to implement in the show. We're here to talk about anything really.
Can you have much callers coming in?
Yeah, I think you can have like 3 callers or.
Come in, jump in on the conversation, anybody?
Anyone want to jump in? I've got a few people I've met before. Mac, I've met Boomy, not met him in person, but you know, I've spoken before. Murray, I've spoken to. Don't really know anyone else. Yeah, but it's lovely to have you on the show. It just helps abbreviate anything that's going on today. You know, like dangerous driving on the roads. People don't think about anything but one sleep deprivation. Or driving on the influence of alcohol, narcotics, just little thing, you know, all these innocent people on the opposite side of the road, and in front of the car and behind her, you've got to be thinking before you get to people, you know, really have youth today, that's another thing that youth today need to brush up on.
Absolutely. And again, going back to the knife stuff, you can get caught with just carrying a knife. I can't stipulate it.
Yeah.
Carrying a thing you get like a knife, a serious offence. It's not a defence. So if there's
it's masculinity protecting yourself, isn't it? You think you're bullied by 5 boys at school, the next day you're gonna think, I never took a cane away in my life, but the next day you're thinking, yeah, I need to take something to protect myself. I'm not getting beaten up. I don't know. I don't know what goes with people into carrying. I never carried one, but I reckon that is probably a lot. Anxiety, thinking they're going to get a kick, probably a lot. I think.
And then you've got the other one. You've got the one where one guy wants to go to another person's house. There's a guy called Sammy.
Yeah.
One surname Sammy is like he's been disrespected, right? And hasn't been paid, right? So that's quite bad. If you haven't been disrespected, it's not as bad as not getting paid. So if you haven't been paid, so this guy outside someone's house, and so he's outside this guy's house. Do I go in there with this guy and fuck him up? My friend, sorry.
Yeah.
So then do I do this? And Sammy was saying. So he wasn't prepared for those consequences. So he took another path. So, but not all men can think like outside the box like that. Not all men can think, well, no, they just stay in there, get the guy, stab him up, and there's another man off. Took another path. If he's able to take another path, he's saved that guy from being stabbed and he's saved himself prison sentence. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
But it's like there's no education. It's like set up the knives. They love it. Westminster love it. The police love it because it keeps their business.
Yeah, cool. They've all been brought up, like you say, silver spoon, head behind, glass houses. We've been like us, been out in Beirut. We've been, we've been brought up everywhere, haven't we? We've had up in it, hard up in it. So,
I've got made homeless. I've just come. I've come into a different sort of world. I spent 3 decades in my house, like being protected, having my friends around doing what I want.
yeah, I saw.
The authorities came in and changed my life and threw me in at the team. On the street. When you end up on the street, say like in the end of what do you call it, autumn, and you're in winter.
Yeah.
That first night of real cold, and you're sleeping on a bench somewhere, whether it's the graveyard, the toilet, or whatever, or toilets ain't bad, so a little bit of protection. But when you can't get into the toilets and you are literally sleeping on a bench and you're seeing rats run around you and foxes and stuff like that, you're thinking to yourself, I've got to get to Asda. And I don't think people, to warm up, go to shop, but now people can't do that. So those are on the street, find bins, they can't even look in the Asda to warm up.
There's not enough. It's not places to go. Like you say, we've got your YMCA, you got your homeless shelter and that. There's not enough signs out there to let people know there's these places to go. There's not enough.
There isn't.
You think if you're at the pinnacle point of splitting up in a relationship, like mainly it's more homeless men than women, and women, there is homeless women, so we'll support them as well. But it's not enough to say when you split up in a relationship, you're gonna be stuck on the street. You're not gonna put in the house straight away. No, there's not enough attention out there to give a person. These helplines, I've got a helpline in front of me now, but these helplines ain't gonna say, when you split up a relationship, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose your family. You have to go to homeless. You're gonna live in a homeless shelter. Be on the street after the day. There's not enough out there advertising for it.
It's disgusting because they're doing it the wrong way round. They're like, when people are homeless, they've got these crews go around and they see them. They say, here's a car, give us a call. But they might not have a phone. They might take them and say, look, come with us. We try and get you in the shelter. Where society is doing what the Nazi Gestapo Germans were doing. Taking people out of their homes without the guns. There's no violence. Taking people out of their homes, throwing them on the street, going up to Gestapo police station, releasing them, throwing them on the street. Where if they had been given a card with the police,
You were saying a police system,
where the homeless dealt with that, but they don't. They give you a long list that you might not even have a phone. It's like the card.
They confiscate your phone.
The big place. Get yourself here, and they help you.
You have an outright fueled argument with your ex-missus, get kicked out in the street, they confiscate your phone because they don't know if it's malicious communication, so you ain't got a phone anyway, and they don't give you any direction where you can go. That's exactly what happens. They kick you out in the street, they expect you to go and find your mum and dad.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting how proud and treating their own people.
I know.
I mean, people say, you're not a dissident. I am a dissident. I'm a dissident against this government because the government are not doing anything to help homeless people when they're trapped out their home.
Yeah. Even people that have really, really gone in their heads, are mentally unstable, they deserve guidance, they deserve support. They deserve to go in, I don't know, like mental institutes, get themselves clean, get themselves back on the street, back to their family, eventually, fight for their children. Like our situation, not that we've been that like low in life, but you know what I'm saying. But get it. There's people that are worse off, a lot 10 times worse off than us, that need that help, need that support, pushed in the right direction. That's what they need to do.
Definitely. With you doing what you're doing, you can help promote this. And then if any of these authoritarians are listening,
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to change their ways. It's us and them. They've got the money.
Yeah.
We haven't got the funding.
Our council tax and everyone our council tax and everyone else getting taxed at work. We're all paying for them. We're all paying for their policy. We need to be funded for helping others. That's what we need to be doing, because they're not doing it. They're not doing it.
Exactly, and not doing enough. And do you know what? Going back to what we was talking, so we're talking about all the consequences of knife crime. So
Yeah.
talking like another jump from homelessness to knife crime.
Yeah.
That's the topic we're focusing on. But we've gone to the victims and all that, and the consequences. What about the emotional consequences? We are talking emotional consequences. Carrying a knife doesn't just have an impact on you. It has an impact on your family. It has an impact on your friends.
Yeah.
It has an impact on the community.
Yeah. I mean, if you get stabbed, that trauma with you for the rest of your life. You're gonna take it out, or whoever's around it. You're too scared to go out. You think your own wife or your own family are stealing your stuff. It sends you bonkers, mate. Once you have trauma in your life, it sends you doolally. Absolutely doolally. I've been stabbed, but I've had my kicked in, and there's times I thought mum and dad would come to my house taking my stuff. That's my mum and dad, and my brother and stuff. I thought the whole world was against me when that happened. So you can imagine what being stabbed with a knife is like.
That's what goes through a lot of many men's minds.
Yeah.
The whole world is against them. It's not enough support. I mean, they should be thinking there's not enough support. I mean, they're not against them. There's not enough support. But no parent or grandparent would ever want to see their children get injured or go to prison on the account. I mean, in anger they might if they hurt one of their family, but deep down they don't want to see their children go that way.
No, of course not. No. But yeah.
Imagine the hurt when you know, like you haven't made amends with one another, and that bloke or woman is no longer here because they've been stabbed or they've stabbed someone. Honestly, I can't stress the consequences of knife crime.
No. It's such a cowardly thing to do, isn't it? Like just can't stab someone. So easy to do, but such a cowardly thing to do.
It's cowardly, but a lot of men haven't got the tools. Like say like a UFC fighter or a boxer. I mean, a boxer would probably be able to martial arts, MMA, or someone that can disarm someone with a knife, but not really got them skills. I've not got the skills. I mean, if someone come up with a knife, exactly what points to hit and bring them down. But the thing is, some men haven't got them tools, so they think, well, if he's coming at me, I'm going to lunge him with the knife.
Yeah.
The whole thing will also have an impact on your brothers, your sisters. If carrying a knife leads you to having serious injuries or losing your life, it's game over.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe in school have martial arts training,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's one thing that could be good, but schools don't teach you about that. Schools don't teach you about money. They don't teach you about the consequences of this. It's like the whole curriculum.
One thing they don't teach you about is
The whole curriculum needs changing. It needs the bag needs opening up, emptying out. The curriculum needs dusting down from top to bottom.
things you don't get told about is things like cyber security. And one of the biggest cyber security things is all the gambling things that come up on your computer. start, when you start maturing into your teen years, you start working, gambling things that come up on your email. That's when you start. Kids don't start wasting their money in their teenage years. They start developing into young adults when they get into 18. They get income coming in. They start spending they get into rent arrears and stuff. All these cyber security things that come through your email, Fox Bingo, Gala Bingo. It's terrible, isn't it? I think they're putting a clamp down on it now where they're not allowed to do it. I think there's a thing on come up on in the BBC News the other day that they're going to try and put a cap on gambling.
Yeah, so they should. I mean, gambling is the biggest addiction out. I know guys that gamble their whole life away. I mean, listen, I don't really want to mention it, but my granddad, he calls hell. I mean, it was an RAF pilot, well, too. He calls my family, my mother, and all her brothers so much money when the war had finished, there was nothing left to do. So what did they do? Gamble. So we all gamble on their dinner.
They advertise it everywhere, didn't they? Bus stops, everywhere. Why don't they advertise Professor Johnson artwork or something relevant to people out of it? At least they feel good they got something out of it, where they're going to advertise Gala Bingo, you're going to spend £1,000 if you've got a drive in it.
Red and all those, Bet 365, and then they have a little thing, gamble responsible. People can't gamble responsible because it's an addiction.
Yeah, I know. And cigarettes another thing. I know it doesn't ruin everyone's life, but some people, they can got cancer in the family, they've got lung cancer, like half-hour smoking. Why they advertise? They could say smoking kills on the box. We're going to advertise on the bus stop, smoking kills. Go and buy something. Put it in your face. Go and buy something. It's mad.
Still buy it, don't they?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, but going back to, I guess it's the same as tobacco smoking or whatever, or drug smoking or whatever you're doing. You have to take a step back from the madness and think, is it worth it? But unfortunately, when you're young and your body's quite well, you don't think of the consequences later on in life. And if you can only say to these people, these ones that are doing this, you end up like me. You end up like this guy that can hardly walk. Look at him, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm boasting about all of him. I mean, I know mine was not well with you. When I got into drugs, I wouldn't tell in my head, yeah, mate, this is brilliant. I can go partying, I can go time. But deep down, it's eating in your life. And all I can say is just take a step back from it.
Yeah, take a step back, smell reality, and then live like I say, I live a pure. When you do as well, live pure, secular life, and that's when you start to realise life's actually good when you sit back and relax and enjoy it.
It is on the right terms. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm an addict. I mean, like people have got stuff. I'm always going to sort of say, yeah, but I'm weak. I've been 7 years clean. I'm hard stuff. But I don't feel sort of, people say, I've regretted it all that. There are regrets. But if I could go back and change my life, there would be a certain point that would stop and say, that's where I'd like to relive it and then change that. I would go back. What we can do is obviously talk to others. And eventually, when you get to your 50s, 60s, and 70s, you're not going to be suffering. I am suffering because my life of partying after all it, and obviously the neighbours dropped. I mean, I've probably done 27, 30 years of welding when I'm 40 overtime in it. I used to go 3 days without stopping, weld, because of the national carcass we had. We used to like supply the whole of the country powered by these massive coal shovels, firing the power stations up. And we had targets, and when nuclear power come along, it took it off. But I just wish I'd have been around after, so they shut all these coal things down because of the nuclear power, then the solar, and things like that. And I became redundant. What did I do? I started my own business. I when that was stolen off me from thieves, I spare me. I turned to drugs. But it's just, I just put my thinking into like drug thinking, pretending to make me better. But at the end of the day, it just makes
I think people do think in times of jeopardy, you do malicious things to make it accountable what you lost. I think that is just like human mechanism of their mind. You know, I think you feel like my life's in danger. I've lost everything. How can I rebuild myself if you put yourself in that situation? I think that's what part and parcel of the mind, isn't it?
Absolutely. But can I touch back on the knife one again? Because there's so much.
Yeah.
I just love the topic because you've got the legal consequences we touched on. So we've got the emotional consequences, i.e., family and stuff. And you've got the personal consequences. So like throwing a weapon, it could be used against you. So if you've got a knife and you're going for someone, say the guy you're going at is a martial arts expert, he gets the knife off you, if he's had a bad day, he could switch, he could put it in you. There's that. It probably won't happen.
No.
But then you've got like the employers maybe likely to employ someone with a criminal record. Once you've got that criminal record, you ain't going to get a job.
No.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking, right, this guy we employ him is going to pull a knife out on us.
Yeah. I've got a done for dangerous firearm. I was working in a night. I forgot to hand a knuckle duster in the night. My wife put it in my car, got arrested. Now I can't work with children, which I was a great boxing teacher for children, and young adults that are probably going to go on the street and now commit a crime. I was helping a lot of people out, and I've got my obviously CRB check now. I've got dangerous firearms gun check. I can work with vulnerable children, vulnerable adults, which is a shame because you think all the people I've helped over the years, I'm talking about thousands of people I've trained over the years, and they're all losing out. They're all losing out now. But they say my artwork aid, I could be setting up a thing for vulnerable adults, ex-alcoholics or something. They want to find a new leaf, turn a new leaf, find a new, transform their life, turn their life up, and teaching adults about artwork, how I saved my own life. I could be doing that with other children, other adults, and I can't.
Sorry, mate, there's an ancient old saying, isn't it? If the person will only learn once, it's like you can't tell, it's like you can lead a pony to the wall, but you can't make it bring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's such a shame that these young'uns don't listen to the older ones, because the older ones, they've got wisdom in them, and they've seen it, they've seen it.
My luck in my life is like a touch of fate in a bad way, I mean, I've got that knuckle duster flying in my car, but I'm into work on purpose. I can't get that now off my record. I don't think it's my record for the rest of my life, isn't it?
Yeah, KD will,
Yeah.
when it's seen his name was weapon. Like, even carrying a bicycle chain around with you, I carry a bicycle chain in case my chain goes and I can just put a couple of links in it.
Yeah.
But if I was to get off the search, there's me, I've got my bicycle chain in me, in your carrier bag, but, they're thinking, dangerous weapon, but, fortunately you're allowed to carry a bicycle chain, but some police will say, well, it's not equipped, because a bicycle chain, if you pick it up and you whip it round somebody, throw round their head, come round their head and knock all their teeth out if you get in the right lane. That's how police think.
Yeah, if I always go to a part-time job man someone's out, private job, I want to take a sledgehammer to break up concrete. I'm carrying a dangerous weapon down the road. I was tempted to use it on someone. That's all we get that side of it.
Yeah, a lot of tools of the trade are, they're quite dangerous. The other day, I did carry a knife somewhere to go and get it sharpened because it was blunt, because we used to have a knife sharpener it, and someone's had that out the drawer. It was like a knife sharpener, the one you just rub it up and down.
Yeah.
So it's nice and sharp. So I had to change this knife every month, and I'm coming back. I've got this fucking, my friend, got this little 7-inch blade on me with a handle. It just for kitchen knives. So then I put it sharp with back, and then I love cutting the cheese and really quite, so I can have it on crackers. But so I put this back, and then the couple in the house here, right? He said you can't have knives in your bedroom. So I've got a thing done downstairs, pick the knife up. The reason why we have this stuff in the bedroom is because of coronavirus. I'm in a HMO. I don't want to mix with the others. I don't want to get coronavirus. I want to stay safe, right? So now I can't have a knife in the room, so I've got to go downstairs. Every time I get the knife, someone's used it, haven't pushed it up, and hasn't even seen it. Bang. It's like,
Let me say something. if the crime commissioner Cressidio is listening, I know Aidan personally. He's innocent. He's innocent. He's a nice chap.
Thank you, my brother. I do, you know, listen, I've never ever known someone.
No, I know.
You know, I'd rather like use the full power of these still things in arm, mate.
I think you're a nice chap, mate. I don't think it takes a lot to upset you, mate. You're a nice chap. You can,
Exactly. It just shows that these governments and these organisations don't trust no one.
yeah. I think a lot of the time when they're Western weirdos day in day out, I think sometimes they paint everyone with the same brush, and unfortunately, they don't look through your criminal record. They don't look through your criminal record. Think he's never actually done any ABH or GBH or never used a weapon in his life, or they don't look like that. They just think, well, someone was killed down the road last year. Age could be the same, or Justin's it could be the same. So we're going to paint them with the same brush today. That's the half the trouble,
They see everyone as the perpetrator of the crime. They eliminate everyone. There's a lot of people who are eliminated as 70,000 more.
Yeah, I suppose it's their job to look at it like that. I suppose, though, isn't it? I mean, if you was a police officer and you're told to arrest criminals, you can look at everyone as a criminal doing something criminal after time, unfortunately. But I don't know. I've never done their job. I wouldn't like to do their job for that reason. Because everyone you get a bad name for yourself, don't you?
So what can I do here? I can't even buy myself a cheese knife now.
No.
I cut my cheese now, and it ends up in big old blocks and blocks.
Yeah.
And now I've used one of those normal knives, like a normal, just like a knife fork. So, maybe I'll get one and hide it. But I love my cheese really good, fine slices. It goes up with crackers, have a bit of bullseye sauce on it. Lovely.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't look at the prosperity of the person, do they? They don't think, look at the foundations of how the kids been brought up, look at the foundation. You never really cracked at any given moment, You've lost everything, I lost everything, we're still happy, we're still smiling, we're still doing a good deed for the universe. Still doing a good deed for the universe.
Power love out there. Again, you can't take the donkey and make it drink water. They're finding out later on in their lives that what they're doing is dangerous. They're only human beings. They've got the patchwork on on their arms. It's like purple down there, and if it's gone so red, then really down. Yellow, he's got a knife on him. Brown, this and black fat. It's like we are unintelligent as species because we don't understand one another.
You know what? You can't take a donkey to the water, but you can always give a camel yum.
That's so good. I like that one.
The police are the camel, and they've always got yum. And everyone's a victim. Everyone's a victim.
Absolutely, but going back to the personal consequences. So we're looking at if you have got this criminal record from life or crime, in countries such as say US is one of the country and nation. So the USA and Canada, they won't allow someone in with a criminal record, even if just on a holiday. So with me and my conviction, it's no violence, but I've got a drug conviction, just a few tablets. They won't let me in. It's like, I'm not a threat. They see me as a threat. It's like I've been on a total wrong diagnosis. When I lost my business, it's like I stopped. It wasn't the fact I was depressed. I'd stopped. After these years and years and years, decades, stopped after work and realised I stopped. And then it wasn't a breakdown. I had a broken back. When I broke back, a crushed vertebrae where I'd been whatever happened, but I've been working full stop. And when you stop and you're right on bang, you go into life, then you find what's going on in your real health, and you realise that.
It's like when I stopped groundworks, mate, my lower back's, I've been grinding on my vertebrae, my lower back and all, doing digging and whatever.
It does get you, doesn't it?
It's not to get out, out of our age and start realising, I'm going to do that for back then.
But that's not depression, though, is it?
Nah.
That's not mental health. That's that. Even though your spinal cord is connected to your brain,
PTSD, innit?
don't understand. They don't know. It's like they look at, oh, it's incorrect. It's like, no, it's fucking broken, my friend.
Yeah. I broke my back working to look after my family, look after myself, to feed myself. But the government made me go to work to pay my bills. So I've got to go to work.
Exactly.
I couldn't be.
Down to depression and like now with the corona, it's like, oh yeah, he's got corona, but he's got depression as well.
Yeah.
Corona, or he's got cancer, all corona is the main thing.
Yeah, I know. He's got secondary brain disease, so we can put him in every single athletic sport you can ever think of, rather than getting his grades, getting university to become a heart surgeon and getting a nice job to look after his family. We're going to make him do every single sport and then stick him on the building site and break it back in further. That's what that's.
When you have got a broken back or a bad back,
Yeah.
That is when that is still a dangerous situation because people upset you.
Yeah.
Anger will lift to the top, and then you will be very angry. But again, it's about self-control. It's like if I pull my knife out, say I pull my knife, I've got the upper here one day, or you got the upper here, we had a scrap. So if I pull my knife thinking it would protect me, it would just make the situation worse. It's like, people stab me, or someone stabbed, it's like, it can only make the situation worse, like the drugs. Eventually, when boys get to a certain age, they go, listen, I wish I'd have listened to that old boy. I wish I'd have listened.
The idea of the government is life, isn't it? Life isn't fucking easy. That's exactly what it is, and that's what it stands for. That's the idea of the government, and that's how they give it to we're not wed into the government, and that's exactly how we get it. You can have it hard. You can have it hard. You're a slave.
Going back on like other facts regarding, we've touched on a lot of things, personal consequences, the dangers of life, a lot of the other facts. I mean, you're looking 99% of young people between the ages of 10 and 29 don't carry a knife. Now, people who carry a weapon of war need to be hospitalised with an injury caused by the violence.
Yeah.
And 3, there is no safe place to stab someone. No safe place to any stab can be fatal.
Yeah.
The consequences just be severe. It's like
The arteries everywhere.
wherever it's going to be severe.
The arteries everywhere. Every single place in your body, the arteries.
So, what is it? It's exactly, they're everywhere. I mean, when I went to an osteopath, we had a chart up that showed all the arteries going through the body, and there's so many. You've only got to hit one of those, you either bleed to death or unless someone can stop it. It's like you've got your kidneys, you've got your liver, you've got your heart. I mean, a lot of it protects it, but then a lot of it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's only soft tissue.
Yeah. Tissue and intercostal muscles. That's all there's not a lot.
So another situation was a girl called Leah. So she realised the damage that knives can do and how unsafe it is to be around them. So when she saw someone stand in front of her, it's like, there's that again. It's like how shocking other people. Look at the guy that got killed, right? The soldier that got killed in London, and all those people that didn't want to go near that guy with the big butcher knife, and he hacked that soldier and he quickly. Look at that. Now that woman, that brave woman, that just walked up to him and just talked him out from killing any other people. How brave was that woman? The others just run away. So you've got the personal effects that it has on people. How it affects them.
Yeah, I think we've all got that in us at some stage in our life. There's other times where it's fight or fear, isn't it? Sometimes you're gonna fight instead of it happening or.
This guy wanted to get the British soldier, but that other woman that walked up to this guy and reasoned with him and dismantled him.
Yeah.
The knife went down and that was it. The police coming.
Yeah.
If there was other, he could have started stabbing everyone up, but everyone ran away. But that woman
I was in that, but I've got 5 guys drinking in town in front of kids I had to go at, and that's not my job. I was thinking to myself, well, I've done it, and I thought, why did I do that? I got stabbed in the process. I don't get paid for it. I don't get no hero badge either. Why did I do it? But we do, don't we? We do put ourselves in times of, well, we say jeopardy, stupidity. We do things, and we don't get our place for it.
100%. It's I bet an epidemic at the moment with life, right, without doubt. And I don't know. I think what they've done is, like, you can't see the future. They can't see what's going on. So they can't train those ones that are sticking the knives in. But when the children go out in the playground, stop them from playing. Get a guy out there teaching them the dangers of knife crime. Setting every fact, every personal consequences that I've mentioned should be taught to these kids.
Yeah.
At a very early age. Yeah. Every school. There's probably schools of different ethnicities and religions that don't want to teach that sort of thing. But it must be made law that every school in the British Isles taught this.
Yeah.
What's that girl you sung around? Was it Chesney and it got stabbed?
The one, Jodie Chesney.
Jodie Chesney, right? There'll be less Jodie Chesneys happening.
Yeah. That's the guy stabbing an innocent woman for no reason.
If we don't all rise up together to say, teach the children that.
No, I know. And it needs to be bred in through school, through sports facilities, through youth clubs at a young age, until they can go to street. It's like I say, it's ridiculous. It should be eventually that a child has to go either to a sports club. If he's not capable, he has to go to a youth club and have to get educated either way to realise what the dangers of it. Or they shouldn't be out.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm still here, mate.
Can you still hear me now?
Yeah, I'm still here now, buddy. You should get a humane badge or inhumane badge given by the government from attending sports facilities or some kind of youth club, scouts club or something as a kid. That should be part of government policy, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of deadbeat families, crackhead families that shouldn't have kids, and there's families like me and you don't have a kid, but we want to teach the kids, because they're good fibre life, and we're not getting the opportunity.
Yeah.
We're not getting the opportunity. It's crackheads, mum and dads that bring their kids up this world. Thinking, how on earth are these people just walking down the road and look like they've got needles strung out their arm with their kids? And they're probably not taking the youth club, they're probably not letting them do religious studies, they're probably not learning anything about fascism or nothing. That's important in kids' life.
Absolutely. That's another topic, fascism. Various forms of fascism. You obviously got the people that think government isn't working.
Yeah.
Well, we're very close to that at the moment, because look at all this fraud, I would say crony capitalism, where governments having conflicts of interest, the Conservative Party conflict of interest, giving all their mates this money, to contracts. That's fraud. That is so fraud. That should be bidded. There should be communities that are bidding this money and bidding these contracts. Other businesses that are being left out because of Tory cronyism.
If they want to stop fascism, they need to make international bill of rights accountable. A lot of people say the Jews are more richer than one of the most rich people in the world now after the World War, but it shouldn't be like that. It should be equality straight down the middle for everyone. For English citizen, for Muslim citizen, for Pakistani citizen, whatever. It's all the same down the middle. If you're in this country, we'll get the same. Simple as that.
Communism was beaten down, but there's a lot to see. Communism, you think the judge's payments is the same as the road sweeper.
Yeah.
They think that's bad because, a man wants to go to university to better himself. Well, if we was all on the same level, we'd all be better the same.
Yeah. I I've got no hate on rich people. I mean, if Jews are richer than Christians or they're richer than Muslim or whatever, but it's, you know, if they want to stop fascism, that's probably part of it. That's what they need to do. They need to make it equality.
Very question, very important there because people that are like this,
Yeah.
very self-centered,
Yeah.
not so much the giving, but the ones that give quiet.
Yeah.
It's the reason why fascism was an undercurrent.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody can earn so much money and have a life,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've seen the disparity of what we've seen such a divide between the rich and the poor. We said it would never happen. When John Major was in, there is no class society or classless society. I think there was his words. Unfortunately, that was probably the last word, the last lie that was told before. This out of control greed that's happening.
Yeah.
And it's not just getting by and having food and walking. We are talking, serious sectors of society are taking it with, and they're sharing it out. You can do this with Amazon and do that. It's great. You're getting on the money. I don't hold any grudges at all for anybody that's seriously making money. I mean, I've done that. I've made serious money. I've earned £5,000 a day before. It's like, probably that. It's just, I've had a few dogs. I'm happy. I've got food. Now, if I didn't have food, then the criminality would have to start because I'd have to go and steal. Because the system, the way it is, we don't have to do that. It's like my friend touched on poverty. There's no such thing as poverty in this day and age.
No.
Everyone can get food. If you're starving, that's poverty. If you're not clothing your kids, that's poverty. But them parents that don't clothe their kids are probably doing crack, heroin, cocaine, whatever, and putting their children after food chain.
Well, I want to be sitting here, even you, a bit of a lavish lifestyle where we can do what we do, enjoy it, and be supportive of what we're doing to help others. That's what I want. But I've been doing this for how long? I've been doing this for now 2 or 3 years. I've been doing YouTube for 3 or 4 years, and we know what subjects to touch base with now, and we just need a bit of.
A bit more promotion. The thing is with me, Jay, it's like what happens is like when I got upset with the government, it's like, especially Grant Shapps, it's like he knew what I went through and he didn't even know that I'm homeless now. I used to write to him all the time, yet he never wrote back to me and said, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the last words from me when I said what went wrong with my case, with my legal battles and everything, he said, we'll see what we can do. And then in his speech, he tore me was in his head. He says, "Not promising, no. I'm not gonna promise you that this is gonna happen. Or just a letter to say this is the improvements." But no, there's a guy in here. I met his dad the other day, yesterday, and he said, "No one cares." His exact words. It's like even the politicians don't care. No one cares anymore. They'll say hello to one another, or Grant Shapps will say hello to me. I could go up to him and say, "Wait, where's the feedback for my shit that I went through? Where's the improvement for the other people that are out there? Has anyone suffered since I suffered?" I mean, has this conversation between me and you stopped suffering of other people?
No. Well, hopefully.
It's come back.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's had its days. Westminster, the whole political spectrum has had its days. It's broken.
They're supposed to check vulnerable people, and you've got some serious, underlying conditions and all, but I've had brain harms since I was a kid, which is, I can't do a lot of things what other people do, like all the kids going out playing football. There's things in the winter I couldn't do, and I still even go to work. My fingers might go and tie up the Harris fencing at work. They all fall over. Could kill a little kid, kill someone walking by with their dog, kill their dog, you know. And then I'm held accountable in court for murder, you know. I'm held accountable for killing, taking little kids' life, going by. The fences all over half the month man for that week. You know. So, you know.
I'm not having sympathy, but I can have empathy and relate.
Yeah, but I never understand why the government always got, you know, you've got a manual job you can do, but there's nothing automatic. You can sit at a nice desk, do your typing. You know, I've got a wide jurisdiction. There's not a lot of things to talk about or type about. I can probably work in anyone's office. I know how to use a computer. You see, I can build my own website. I've never been that support where you go in, Mr. Johnson. We are now working in Conservative constituent office right away for Will Prince and BSPA.
We are on such a level with that. There is nothing that link you. I mean, we're them and us. With us, it's like it's them and us. It's like we link one another. But whatever we're doing, it's like our link here and our link here, and you will link someone else, and we support one another. Yeah. With the government and the councils and that, it's all when we've got it all. You lot are suffering. It's like look at us. We've got everything. We've got the housing. We've got the roads. We can give these contracts out to these, you know, little cronies. You know, it's like it's so wrong. It's the love of the people red, and they spend billions on the military industrial complex where we could all have £27,000 each. You know, you know, we put into business.
Yeah.
£27,000 is being put into a business, but you have to put it into a business, and you have to account for every bit of that 27,000. But all these people must be starting businesses.
Mate,
We're
a business. We're a business here just talking about, mate. So many people probably I could do like a, you know, people want to sort out their debt plans. I could sort that out on here without going to citizen advice. Turn to us, Salvation Army, all the people that's all citizen advice going to give you that information. I'll give out every single information that citizen advice can give you. That's everything. All they do give you is, you know, they give you debt plans, don't they? Citizen advice. What else they give you? Obviously, second-hand goods, which I just said. Mediation, which we just said.
Just step back from the mediation. I was going to say about the camel and the hump.
Yeah, even with the camel and the hump, you take your donkey to water, or you go to the camel or the hump. You go to the hump milk station.
Well, I think your listeners are kind of tuning in and liking this.
Yeah, okay.
An hour and a half's up, my brother. Sweet. I'm going down.
Yeah, if you want, mate, call that one off. We'll come back another day, if you want, buddy.
I mean, I could go on for another half an hour, and it's up to you.
Yeah, if you want, mate. Yeah, if you're a spare end, I'm a spare end anyway. So.
I'll just put the old kettle on. How about that?
Yeah, go on, buddy. You put the kettle on. Actually, I'm gonna do this.
Might get a bit noisy, but we'll put the kettle on.
Yeah, I think I might do the same. Actually, I might just smack the kettle on.
Can you do it mobily? Can you still listen and talk?
Yeah, I'll take the phone to take the mountain to Mohammed, as I say. I've got, Joe, what I was on my live TV thing. I got 4 new fans. I think they like that content and that conversation. I'll be back in 6 weeks. Yeah, yeah. It's one of them. I think if you only plus nice properties, you've got people got hundreds out there, you've got people that lost their children and like ourselves and get stuck in a homeless shelter, and then you've got these people that have nice houses and go out buying crap for their money, with their pink money probably. They're probably on pink, they've got the question. Yeah, it's like what's his name, Russell Brand. I mean, he's one example. He's crazy. There's people around for what he's crazy. Yeah, yeah. So, so ours, that 7 days a week. I thought we done 2 days where we did it together, and then like 2 days with our own. 2 days with our own. 2 days together. do like 2 hour sets a day each, and once you talk to each other for an hour, while I'm doing mine, so 2 an hour, you're doing talk an hour on your own then. Talk about what you want, can't you? 2 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah. It could be alright, mate. It all depends what his circles he gets into as well sometimes, isn't it?
Well, let's hope he's not, like, not, he's not sort of getting into it now, and he's like, he's going in his 30s.
Yeah, still got a bit down up there, but I might get good circles, mate. You might think, I don't go down that road, you never know, mate. You never plan their future, can you?
The last I